What's going on, YouTube? So I have been waiting for a long time to share with you guys some of the things that I've been working on, and I mentioned this on my last vlog, but I have a couple of really cool things to announce today. If you have watched multiple videos of mine and you are a frequent visitor to the channel and you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to push towards 1,000 subscribers. The first announcement I've got is tomorrow is a really exciting day. I'm preparing for a round of golf at Sandhurst Golf Country Club. It is a sandbelt course here in the southeast of Melbourne. And why I'm so excited about it is not any normal round of golf for me, because tomorrow I'm actually doing content for them. A huge thank you to Sandhurst Golf Country Club for kind of setting this up and helping me and giving me a chance to film content on their course. I was invited out by Lucas, fantastic guy. I got a chance to meet him, and something I love about the Sandhurst Club is that it is just such a welcoming environment. And if you are in the kind of southeast region and you're looking for a place to go play your golf, and you want that next level kind of golf club to do it at, check out Sandhurst. And I don't say that lightly. There are many good clubs around, but just for the atmosphere, the welcoming group of people that are there, go and check it out. That is super exciting, man. I've had a little bit of pain in my right elbow. I do think it's a little bit of golfer's elbow creeping in, so I have been trying to manage some of that, not overdo my practice. I think that's something I'm learning as I'm putting all these hours into getting better, and I am getting better. What I don't want to do is derail everything that I've done by having to kind of take like a month off because I've injured myself. So really placing an emphasis on conditioning or at least, warming up and staying mobile and all those types of things. The sun's kind of doing my head in. What a beautiful day it is today. I'm saying it as I'm saying the sun's doing my head in. So tomorrow, 18 holes. It's going to be the first ever 18 holes course vlog that I've done on my channel. I don't think I've ever done one before. I've done a whole bunch of 9 holes, and that's partly because, look, it's very hard to do. It's very hard to get 18 holes somewhere and solo film. Tomorrow, I'm going to be the only person on the golf course, and that is going to be insane. It's definitely a sense of accomplishment, and I'm just happy, man. I'm really happy. The second thing, and this is something that I've been waiting probably 12 months trying to figure this out. I've been trying for about 12 months, maybe even a bit longer. Yeah, it's closer to about 18 months. So I'm going to give you a backstory. In 2010, I became a self-taught graphic designer. I started selling t-shirts online. I started designing stuff that I could put on a site called Redbubble, and it was all focused on streetwear and NBA streetwear. I love the NBA. For anyone that doesn't know that, I'm absolute, basketball's probably my first love. In 2011, I actually created some artwork that got sold on the NBA store. I sold a design to them. They ended up selling it. And so then I kind of went to the space of, all right, cool, I want to print my own stuff at home. I don't want to just sell it to someone else. So I started screen printing and graphic designing, screen printing my own NBA streetwear at home. I started wearing it, and then people started wanting to know where I got that t-shirt from. Where'd you purchase that from, or where'd you get that from? And I would be like, hey, yeah, I make these t-shirts. People didn't believe me. They're like, what? You make these? So, I'd design them. I would order the inks. I've got a whole print set up. Even to this day, I do a lot of printing at home. In 2014, that kind of started to snowball a little bit, and I started my own basketball streetwear brand. It was called Ball and Ink. I started it with a high school friend of mine, and I never thought it would become as big as it ended up becoming. It was actually pretty popular, and it was a bit of a household streetwear name in not an A-list streetwear brand, but it was kind of like a B-lister. You know, a lot of the people in the southeast of Melbourne that were in that basketball culture would, you know, either wear a t-shirt or a hat. And I built that brand up to 10,000 followers on across Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and things like that. And fast forward to 2021, or whenever COVID was, kind of decided to, we had no option, but we kind of just slowed things down. It was really hard to sell stuff, and the brand kind of stalled. I say all that to say that I've decided to start my own golf streetwear brand, and I am so excited about this. It is because I have a huge passion and a love for streetwear. It is because I have a huge passion for the love of really good clothes and cool designs, but more so it's because, and I'm sorry to say this, I just don't like the clothing that exists in golf streetwear today. It actually doesn't exist at all. And so because of that, I've decided to start my own brand and create some of the things that I want to wear. I did this with my basketball clothing streetwear brand, and the reason I started that was because I wanted to create things that I could wear that I couldn't find anywhere else. And I wanted to do that because I also love seeing people celebrate something together, and a common goal or a common point of interest, coming around that, getting around that common point of interest and just celebrating it and kind of being on the same side. I love that. I think the power of having a really strong community, that it affected me as an individual, was huge. Like, I matured so much, I learned so much. I have some lifelong friends that I made that were complete strangers before I made this brand, and I have a level of appreciation for the entire creative process, the community building aspect of it, and then obviously making something that you can be proud of and wear something that doesn't exist in the market today. So my own golf streetwear brand, that has been my goal for a long time. I haven't been able to come up with a name. I haven't been able to come up with kind of the direction and the vision. And about 6 months ago, there was some breakthrough with it. And I started to build a lot of the marketing, a lot of the vision for it. And then now when I fast forward to today, I really feel confident that I've got something that is going to be really unique, and I can't wait to show you guys. That's the first thing. But before I do that, there is a lot of steps that I've got to take. Today, I've spent the last week kind of meeting up with manufacturers, talking to them over the phone, applying for different things that I've got to apply for, getting everything that you would think of in terms of setting up a brand. Just been spending time doing that, from domain names, registering the business name, all those kinds of things. So until everything's kind of set, I won't be sharing too much of that, because there is a lot of copying and kind of trade. There are a lot of people waiting to steal ideas and things like that. I will definitely share that with you when that's kind of set in stone in the next week or two. The reason I want to do this is to really pay tribute and immortalize some of the memories that I have in golf. And to do that, and secondly, I want to build something that can bring people together around a common passion for the game. The game of golf has such an impact on not only my life, but so many of you that watch this video. And that's why you watch my content or any other YouTube golfers content, because you're simply impacted by the game in some way or some fashion. Now, streetwear is not for everyone. This is not intended to be for everyone. There is a particular style that I'm working on to bring across, a flavor that I think that doesn't exist today, and I'm excited, man. I haven't been this excited about my golf journey. I haven't been this excited about where my golf kind of entire golf journey is heading, really. I never thought that I was going to start creating YouTube content as a golf content creator, and then I never thought that I would actually end up making a streetwear brand. that incorporates a lot of the experience that I've had in golf. And the hope is that you guys, when you get to see it, you will enjoy it just as much as I have. You'll see exactly what I'm trying to do and some of the vision that's coming through. And I'll try to bring you guys along that journey, along with the journey that I'm going through with my golf game. It's such an important part of what I'm doing. And yeah, man, I think the biggest message I've got for today is for anyone that wants to try to achieve something, even if you're in a really tough position, don't stray away from the things that make you uniquely you, no matter what anyone says. And what I suggest you doing is that if you have a hope or a dream, maybe think about really just working on it before sharing it with anyone. There's something I've learned is there are people out in the world that if you do share your dreams with, or your hopes and things that you want to try to achieve, they're just not going to understand what you're trying to do, or they're going to be insecure about where they're going, and they're going to either get jealous of it or try to shoot it down really quickly. And before you know it, you've got doubt in your mind, you've got things that are creeping into your mind, and it might even be with your golf game. To be honest with you, if you're trying to do a certain thing with your golf game, my suggestion is work really hard at it, but don't share it until you've built up the confidence and a really good foundation that no one can rock what you're going to do, and no one's going to sway you from what you're trying to do. And if that's the case, then you're going to stand out from the crowd. You're going to be able to achieve the things you want to achieve. And that's my thought for today. I'm going to head home after this, get some work into my swing, so I'll bring you along for a little bit more of that. I've got to go to Spawnia now, we're going to do some things, and then I've got to meet up with a potential business partner. It's what the day's looking like. Got to get a few things done. Getting ready for tomorrow's round of golf. I am playing Sandhurst, as I said to you guys, so I want to just dial in a couple of things. I have two real drills that I use. And the first one is the towel drill. So I like to put a towel through my mid, or between my armpits right here. If I don't have a towel, I'm kind of really just focused on arm structure at the moment and holding those reels. Obviously you got to bend at some point, but at the point of making impact, and then also as I finish and come through out of my shot, I'm trying to keep better structure of my arms. And so that's what I'm focused on right now. When I'm thinking about hitting these shorter clubs, I'm really thinking about sort of just letting a lot of the club just go. A little bit counterintuitive, but I'm really just feeling like I'm letting the club's momentum take it towards the ball and then compress that ball properly. All done with that little session. I'm going to go to the gym, come back, hit a few more shots, and then call it a night.